everyone. Thanks for your patience. Paul, I'm here. I'm back. Photoshop Skills Challenge, all about instant exporting and sharing. So, honestly, I hate the word workflow, but just like I just want people to need to be able to knock out content. So, this is like super useful personally. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy this. I know I'm gonna. That's for darn sure. So just so you know, here on my desktop, I have some files. So I have this exporting PSD. That's the one I'm gonna open, but also we made some other files. And this is one of those tutorials I'm like, should I have shown it at the beginning of the week? Because we made this yesterday, right? So I'm gonna have this one open and I'm gonna have this one open. For this one here, I just need to knock out a JPEG. So let's open that up. And here it is. So I don't know how do you guys export things? I know you're old school. Like, tell me the shortcut you use to export out images. Like, I would love to know what you guys do. I'd just love to hear about it. Because what I do, and maybe this will resonate with people, but yeah, I would go to export, save for web. So I know you're old school if you just mash a bunch of keys together and hit S. I do this to this day. I'm not going to lie to you. I just mash these keys together and do that. So I'll just do it. Bam. Just because I have it like so ingrained in my brain. And then I'll check that and then, save it out to my desktop. So let's count the moves. It's like, even if I use a shortcut, it's going to be one move. And if I need to change that, 2 moves, 3 moves. That's 3 moves for exporting out just a simple JPEG. When what you can do is you can go to File, down to Export, Quick Export as JPEG right here. Boom. That's all you do. What happened? It happened so lightning fast, you hardly even knew it happened. But it created this folder, and it puts that image in that folder. So that is done instantly. If you don't believe me, hey, we'll move this folder off to the side, and then we'll do that one more time. Export, quick export as JPEG. Bam, there it is. Super fast. It's like the preview. Still waiting for the preview to catch up with it. So if we take a look at preferences, we'll go to Photoshop Preferences General. I don't even know where it is. Where is it? Exporting? I don't know where it is. There it is. There's exporting. What I'd usually do is type it in there. But right in here, this is where I've done the quick export format. So somebody mentioned ping in chat. You can change that to ping, like so, transparency, or smaller file. I do JPEG, quality is 7. I'd probably want to crank that up, actually up to like, I guess it only goes from 1 to 7. And then export files to an assets folder next to the current document. So that's what it does. Or I can have it ask each time. So that's pretty awesome. You just customize it there, and then you knock out images. So cool. Done, done, done. So yeah, Tim Loomis says he has a quick export set as ping, which totally works as well. I do JPEGs there. We have that right there. Only thing I don't like about it is I actually want to be able to, I don't like the fact that it made this separate folder. I would want to remove that folder altogether, just like export out a JPEG right next to the PSD. So yeah, poor Tiff. What do you mean nobody likes Tiff? That's my sister. You leave my sister out of this. All right, so super easy. That's for exporting. Let's do another thing right in here for sharing, and then we're going to get into some advanced exporting things. Because I want you guys to be able to comment on some of these and see this, and we'll check it out in a second. But basically, for this PSD or any file you have open, you can go up here to the share file. Because essentially what happens is people export out a JPEG, and then you'll text it to your friend. That's what you'll do, right? And then you got to compile his feedback with everybody else's feedback that you texted the image to, when all you really need to do is go up here, you hit share, you do a share for review. Click right there because I would just want my friends to see it. You know, that's it. So this is patterns. Anyone with the link can comment. Let's create that link. And it's going to go ahead and do its thing. So this will be fun. I've seen some great examples in the Discord, by the way. So that's really cool. And there it is. Boom. Click on it. Link. Copy. Of course I have to log in again, don't I? Of course I do. And then I can send this to whoever I want. And I'm pasting it into chat here in a second. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm going to paste it in a second. Wait for it. Wait for it. Again, I got logged out this morning, so that's fun. And yeah, you can go ahead and comment on that file. There it is. Boom. Boom. And, you know, what do you think? I actually don't like this version. So here I have to sign in as well. I'm realizing I don't like this version, so I actually need to update it, which I will do in a second. Sorry for all this signing in, but I just got logged out of everything, and who knows why. Oh, that is a great question. Do you need to save the file as a cloud version to update it? And the answer is no, not at all. This is the version I actually wanted to send. But no, this is the PSD that it just exists on my desktop. Did I accidentally open up just like a JPSD? Okay, cool. So yeah, this exists on my desktop. In fact, I'll right click on the title. We'll go to reveal in Finder. We'll see where it is. There it is. So it's just this version, and it wasn't the final version. Nonetheless, this is what I would do. I'm just going to steal all these layers right here and drop them in here. Bingo. So I just made an update, and this is a great example of a case where, you know, I kind of didn't mean to, you know, if I would have exported out a JPEG and sent it to somebody, I would have to say, sorry, I sent you the wrong version, when all I really need to do is go right down here and update content. Boom, updating that content. And the link will be updated as well. So already got like add shadow. Great, but can change this flower mask. Man, you guys are fast. Holy cow. You guys are quick. But I've updated it already. So let's just refresh really fast. And again, this file can be anywhere. And that's why I love this, Mike and Anki and everyone. It doesn't break my process. This PSD can exist just like it does everywhere. You know, wherever I put it. It's all good. It's still going to be connected back to this file. Distort the leaf. Done. Done, Frank. Got it. Add a shadow. Great minds. Let's already have that done. Adding comments in there like I'm doing now. This one looks so much better. Mask pattern on the hair. That's a pretty good idea. Excuse me. Great idea. Great idea. On it. So let's do that really fast because he is 100% right. Per usual, let's go to the pattern fill right here. Let's add a mask to it. We will hit B for brush. And let's kind of paint that out like so. Because maybe it's not working on the hair or it seems a little distracting. So that's what we'll do there. I'm not even crazy about it on the ear. You know, I can remove it from the ear there. Who knows? Curious as to see what you think. That's done. Go up here to share, and we'll update that again. So you get the idea. All right, boom. We've exported out JPEGs. We've shared for review, which is awesome. And by the way, you can restrict people from accessing the files. You can only give maybe a select number of people access to this file. So it's going to update that. If I go in the browser, here we are, right? And you guys are awesome for adding these comments, like so helpful. Where does this live? It's in your files. So I can actually see all of the files, all of the links that I've published are all right in here. So if at any time I don't want people to review this older file right here, or even this one, let me go back. Sorry, I clicked on it. Just jump in here, right click, permanently delete that link. Boom. Delete permanently. Done. Okay. But not for this one. People are reviewing it. We can see what it looks like. All that good stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, Barbara. Is there a Barbara in here? If there is, I want to say hello. Maybe not. All right. Oh, Robert, it might have been an AI file is why I couldn't make a pattern yesterday. I did rasterize it and just kept a backup, but, you know, who knows, man. Giving access to everyone, so every... yeah, exactly. Like, you know, do you really want to make commenting too easy? So, but I love how people were putting pins in here and stuff like that. So you guys get the idea. And thank you so much for your feedback. I think everybody's right. Yeah, pin in here. Thank you, Frank. I removed the hair. Change this flower. I would love to change that flower. That flower is actually a little off. So anyways, you guys get the idea, and we're done with that. I want to get into the next coolest thing ever and make sure you guys know about it, because let's take something more complex. Really, we just saved out one file. Let's go to this exporting PSD. This has all sorts of things in it. It's a background image that I use for my live streams. I'll turn on this folder. This is the lower third right here. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong side. Let me move myself to the other side. The lower third, here's a starting soon, starting in a moment. Here's a thanks, right? So I need to export out all these things. I put these all in one file. I also even need to export out all these logos too. So how would you do that? What, you have to copy this, go file, new, paste it in, paste, file, export. Are you doing that? Even if you showed me the, export as JPEG, that's still so slow. Let's not do that. Let's go back in here. Check this out. So here's my exporting PSD. It is in this folder right here. In fact, we'll just clean this up. We'll get rid of that. And here's this file, exporting PSD. For this layer, I want to just output a PNG. So I'll type in PNG. What about this? PNG here. What about this one? PNG. Just appending the name on the end. Lightroom. PNG. Did that. So what, like 7 or 8 layers? Now watch the magic, because I'm going to move this over. We will have this folder right here. I'll clean it up. There we go. And then let's turn it on. We'll go to Generate Image Assets right here. We'll turn this on, Generate Image Assets. We'll watch this folder. Boom. Oh, this just got created. Let's jump in there really fast. Boom. It just made all these images. So now let's keep an eye on this folder, because I'm going to do this some more. It's like, oh, well, I created that thanks. By the way, turn everything off. I created this thanks layer. Let's go ahead and add that PNG. Bingo, there it is. Starting soon, same thing. Let's zoom in on this so you guys can just watch it. Just like little gremlins working in the background. My lower third, PNG. The background I want it to be a JPEG. Type in JPEG, and there's my background. Okay. So you do have to name your layers. You would be correct. We do have to name our layers, but it isn't that fantastic. If I decide I want to change this background in some way, when I change it, I'll turn everything off. Let's just flip this image, for instance, just to make it easy. Or this one. Oop. Yeah, let's just flip this one. Flip horizontal. So she's now looking to the left. See how it automatically updates this, and now she's looking to the left. Yeah, Ernesto, aren't you into this? Man, for the people who have not seen this, like, this is just so huge. So this is how I typically create most of my graphics. And I'm trying to think if I could even do that right now live. So anyways, so this is just awesome. That's all I have to say. We could take this a step further because we could say, hey, you know what? We like this background, but it's pretty large, right? What if I just need a 720p version? So half of the size. What if I need this at half the size? We'll go in here to this folder. We'll click. We'll say 50% the size. Hopefully that does it. Command I. Let's check it. Yep, it made it half the size. Not 720p, but it made it half the size, right? It was 1080, and now it's 960 by 537. Because right in here, the percentages are the size. And then if you put something back here, if you say 5%, that's quality. So Carol, that's the quality at the end. The beginning is the size. So now let's take a look at this. It should look really horrible just to prove my point. And you can see we've like lost all that detail. Look at how ugly it looks. It's because it's only at 5% quality because I put that right over here. So typically how you'll work is you can take this a step further. Maybe not so much for this one. My background actually is fine. But for these, this app icon, I might need this app icon at, you know, I might need a full version, and then we'll do a comma, and then we'll do one at half the size, 50% new file name, right? Let's do this one more time. Comma, paste. This last one's going to be 200% app icon large. LG. Boom. So we now are generating 3 files based on this one layer. Let's take a look at it. Regular, which is actually huge. Here's the small version. And then this one technically is larger than all of them at 1978. Isn't that cool? Are you not impressed? That is so awesome. So this is how I produce like most of my graphics. Especially for like live streams. So all my Adobe Live stuff is in here. The daily creative challenge. Let's take a look. Or my background assets. So here's an actual, my background PSD that I use for all my backgrounds for my live streams. It's all in this one file. So you could see all this stuff. It's just generating, I've generated all these backgrounds, and then I can change them anytime I want. And it gets to be really powerful when you, so that's connected to Wirecast and it's a whole thing. So anyway, so like if I needed to have it, if I had a guest, here we go. Here's a guest. Alyssa Wood. Fantastic. Just jump in here for Elisa or whoever my guest is. I change it. It automatically outputs that ping file. Wirecast references it and then pulls it in and makes it awesome. Can you do like 72 DPI? Everything is already 72 DPI, but let's see. That's a good question. Let's try it. There is a reference out there, which I should pull that up. Quality is at the end. 300 DPI. I don't know if that's going to work. It might, if it doesn't work, then it will throw you an error in here. Yeah, here's the error, and it says, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's throwing an error. So it'll tell you if it's not, if you're, you could do GIF, JPEG, PNG, and I'm sorry I don't have a reference for it, but it's generate image assets. And I'm sure you can learn all about it. So that's where I look. And sorry I don't have that page up, but it should be in this file. So here it is, found it. It is truly awesome, isn't it? So this goes through all the parts. You can save assets to a subfolder if you want. Specifies the size. We went through the quality. Oh, you could do the output image size, so you could do like the pixel sizing for it if you want to as well. So here you could do, I was doing percentages for the size. Here you could do pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters for GIFs. And yeah, that's about it. Absolute scaling examples. No space before that's a bad example. That's exactly what I did. So forgive me for that. But how cool is that? Being able to just like knock out assets. So yeah, like I said, I actually don't have any space in here. They're like, you know what? You should put a space in there just to not confuse Photoshop, just so everything's clear. We've corrected that. And now we're good to go. So yeah, output everything you want. Share it with your friends. There's also invite to edit, but yeah, like I'm going to have people touch my files. I dare you. You could pry them from my cold, dead hands, my PSDs. But you're welcome to comment on them. Nonetheless, it's been super fun working with you guys and exploring Photoshop. Thank you for joining me in my daily creative challenges this week. Appreciate you guys. Post whatever you want to Discord. I'll take a look. And thank you so much for being my friends and hanging out with me on this fine Friday. Have a good one. Stick around. More masterclasses and everything up next. Thanks, everybody. See ya.